What's up, YouTube friends? Today I got some sweet packages I'm gonna open up today. 2 of them are from Cali Raised. I know what's in them and I'm excited to share them with you. Today we'll be installing the light bar on the Prinsu rack, but we're also gonna open up this little mystery box that I got from Baja Kits. If you guys don't know, I do accept mail from fans, companies, whatever. I'll go ahead and leave my P.O. box information. So today we're gonna open up this slim 42-inch single row LED bar from Cali Raised. I've had awesome experience with Cali Raised LED. They have a fantastic warranty. Their products are rugged and the build quality is excellent, and I've even compared them to rigid lights, and they are very, very similar to each other. And so I've been super happy with them. So today we're gonna be putting that light bar on this truck, my 2016 Toyota Tacoma Long Travel. So let's get into it and unbox these suckers. Just because I'm super excited, I want to open this up, figure out what's inside this box from Baja Kits. Baja Kits is the company that made my long travel kit. I have their +2. Ooh, dude, it's a pair of hats. Dude, one for Desiree and one for me. Wonder what else we got in here. A couple of beer koozies. Nice. I wear hats all the time, so a hat is a great idea if you want me to wear your brand. It's always on my head. Ooh, that is sick. I'm not a light bulb technician, but it's super, super nice. Look at the construction. These guys are doing a really great job, and for the price, it's just amazing what they're putting out. So we'll start off by walking our light bar out to our Prinsu rack. Point out that I do have the 42-inch opening on my rack. So when you guys order a Prinsu rack at prinsudesign.com, you have to go in and select what size light bar opening you have, whether it's like a 30-inch, somewhere around there, or I think it's like a 28-inch or a 42-inch light bar opening. And then what they do is they'll send you a windscreen with the cutout. If you don't do that, they'll just send you a full windscreen, and then I think you have to purchase one after the fact. It's humongous, but then it's also so sleek. So let's, I'm gonna hold it up in front of the opening and see how it looks. It's a perfect fit. There's a hat for you too. Yeah. Where's Dad's truck? Yeah. You guys are gonna need a drill, preferably like a little impact driver like this one, and on the end you're gonna need your Torx bit. I cannot recall what the size is, but it's gonna match your Prinsu rack, and your Prinsu rack does come with one of these matching Torx bits. Cali Raised includes an assortment of hardware. Some of this stuff you're not gonna use if you have a Prinsu rack. We're gonna take out these bolts here. You're not gonna need those. You're also not gonna need these nuts either. So you're gonna need your little mounts, your small bolts with the Allen head, your lock nuts, and your washers. When you order your windscreen with the 42-inch opening or the 30-inch opening from Prinsu, they will include this hardware. This is what you need instead of that old hardware down there. You're gonna need your little T-slots, lock washers, and your bolts with your Torx head. I think we're also gonna find that we need a step drill bit. We're gonna wanna open up the holes on the bottom of this bracket here because it doesn't quite line up with the channel provided on the Prinsu rack. And I think instead of trying to like shave this down or alter anything like that, we could just drill this out a little bit more. Now, I've tried various combinations of how this bracket should go on to the Prinsu rack, and I think this way, just like this, basically that little angle facing forward, is gonna be the best, because this bracket's actually gonna sit at kind of a strange angle, and you guys will see when we install it that it's gonna kind of be like this. I'm gonna go ahead and install these brackets now. While we're at the table, it's a lot easier. All right, so now I'm going to pull the wind deflector off of the rack. If you just got your Prinsu rack, you probably don't have to do this step, but if you're like me and you were waiting, then you'll have to pop it off. Okay, so I'll try to demonstrate how this is going to go on. It's kind of nice that you can take the wind deflector off and that the light bar mounts directly to the wind deflector. We've got our brackets already on our light, and what they're going to do is they're going to mount to the C channel here. And so that's why I was saying that we kind of want to leave these brackets loose, because they need to turn it at this kind of a weird angle. You can also see that the bracket doesn't quite line up with the hole on the C channel, so we're going to be drilling it out with our step bit just to make it a little bit bigger, and then it should line up. Alright, so we've bored out these holes. I had to bore them a little bit bigger than I would have liked. In retrospect, maybe I would have taken some material off of this edge. But you know, both methods are going to work. So we'll take our T-nut from Prinsu and we'll slide it in. And then we'll take the bolt that Prinsu provided and we'll start by putting a lock washer on. And then our washer. I apologize, earlier today I made the mistake of thinking that you need these bolts from Prinsu. This is about 1 inch long with a Torx bit head. When you put that into the C channel, it's too long. You need a little shorty like this. Kind of tricky getting the angle just right on this, because the light bar, this bottom edge of the light bar, kind of either needs to be behind the face or on top of it. And when it's on top of it, it wants to sit at a weird angle. And you guys kind of see why we put the mounts on the light bar first. You're not going to be able to fit an Allen key in between this nut and here. And if you reverse this mount the other way, then the light is really tucked back. And I don't really want that. So we'll see how this works. So there it is, guys. She's in place, looking good. If I had to guess, it's pointed slightly up. At this point, it's kind of hard to tell. Looks like it's a little bit up. I'm gonna see if I can adjust it. It's not hitting the rack or anything. You know, you can aim it down a little bit up, pretty much get exactly where you need, but you can't tighten these bolts down because it hits this fin here. And had they used like a regular, you know, hex bolt instead of this Allen key, get in here with a crescent wrench and tighten this down. But since we use kind of this, you know, cosmetically or aesthetically pleasing bolt, we're not able to get in there and tighten this. So there is a little bit of looseness. I think I'll have to loosen this hex bolt and that hex bolt, slide it over, tighten this, slide it back over to this way, tighten that, and then back to where it is. What I'm doing is I'm loosening this Torx bit just enough so it doesn't fall out of the T-slot, and then I can flex this back far enough to get a couple turns with our Allen key. It helps if I go the right way. Looks really, really awesome on there. I'm getting really excited. It looks awesome. Alright, so now it comes time to wire it, and I am never really super comfortable instructing people how to wire their lights in their car just because like the fire hazard and all. I don't want to give any bad advice. And also because I have a very unique setup. I run a Blue Sea fuse panel and very few switches up front. I don't like to have like the spaceship looking thing, so instead of having a button for pods and a button for the LED bar, I'm just going to run it all to one button because they're both front facing lights. There's never going to be a time that I want just the upper bar and not the pods. What I'm doing is kind of mapping out a little wire harness I'm going to make so that I can tap into the existing wiring on the truck. So I'm going to make this piece and this piece, And I have some of the connections here that will match with the supplied connections from the harness. I'm going to take this cord out and get it in place. I'm going to run it down to where I want to plug it in. Then I'm going to cut the remaining chunks off and use that wiring to make my harness. Plugs right in. And I'm going to basically take this plug in and we're going to tuck it back somewhere. Our harness, we're going to try to wedge down between this crack in the windshield, right down to there. All tucked in, can't even tell. It kind of pops out right here. And so on this end, I know this is all I need for this harness is to come to about here. And so I'm going to cut this right there. All right, so all wrapped up now. Got my little wire harness in there, just tucked away. Everything's plugged in. Looks like this hack worked pretty well. All I did was tap into the power for the pods, which really don't take much of a draw, and then wired it up for the light. So this was my plan from the beginning when I first wired these pods. I knew I was gonna get a Prinsu rack. I knew I was gonna put the bar on it. It was all just a matter of time. And so everything should run to this one switch that says light bar. Click that guy on. Ooh, shoot. I'm wearing sunglasses. It's bright outside and it's still super bright. Holy crap. That's rad. These lights are so bright. Ah, my eyes. I have an LED bar now. Pretty cool. Kevin thinks they look like tiaras.
Tiaras?
Like a princess tiara. He thinks they look dumb.
Wasn't your first white truck named Cinderella?
It was. I told my mom I was gonna treat it like a glass slipper if she let me get it. So I named her Cinderella.
This one's Yeti.
This was the Yeti. So I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.